Okay, you guys, in the living room here, it's 64 degrees. So the kid, I don't want him to be cold. He's dressed nice and warm. Whereas the wife is wearing continuous rug or something. But anyways, the kid's nice and warm. But this is ridiculous to have to dress him up like that. Huh? Is that ridiculous? Buster, are you cold? Okay, we don't have any heat in the living room, so let's install this diesel heater. I grabbed this off Amazon. If it's any good, I'm going to throw a link in the description for you guys. What caught my eye about it is it has a 9-liter tank, so you're not having to fill it up constantly. Give this stuff back to the desert.
That's not what I expected.
I think she expects when I say diesel heater, like that thing backed up to the house with the a tube coming off the exhaust or something. Remote or something here. It's got a safety so that you don't accidentally turn it on or off. Just take a tour around it. Here's where our hot air comes out. Here's where we can tell the level of the diesel. So there's none in there right now. Here's our diesel cap. Here's our controls. So there's nothing on this side. Here's our air intake for the heated air that we breathe. Here's our power input right here. Here's our exhaust, which is kind of nice. This is a side exhaust. Let's take a look underneath it here. Okay, here's our air intake. The most important part is that you vent this outside. It's like number one, okay? Now, you can vent that inside and it will generate more heat. But if you like sleeping well, I guess.
But you'll get colder.
yeah, you'll get colder. Your room temperature will go up and your body temperature will go down until they're equal. Okay, here's our power cables if we want to run to a 12 volt or 24 volt supply, if I'm going to use it in the automotive capacity. Here's our exhaust pipe that goes outside. Maverick, what are you doing? What are you doing, baby boy? Okay, so he's distracted for 5 minutes. So here's our power adapter so we can hook up to the wall. There's a caveat with these. We'll talk about that. Here's our air intake for combustion. There you go.
Oh, no. No.
No? No? Okay. Good, that was a test. Here's your air vent that comes out. And you can make it longer. You can make it longer by just... Anyways, all right, so let's quit doing that. And that's it. That's our accessories. So these are a couple of separate Amazon deals. Here is a longer exhaust pipe. Now, you don't want to go more than like 6 feet on these because soot will condense in here and clog them up pretty quick. Because if it gets too cool, you need a little bit of extra heat to carry that soot out. Here's another accessory. Both of these I bought on Amazon. I'm going to leave links for them. Here is a pass-through. It's to go, like, if you're going to go out the side of your van, a lot of people use these to heat their van or their boats, or it's a plate, a couple of gaskets, right? Your exhaust clamps on here and comes out here. But notice that where it passes through, it leaves an air gap so that whatever your substrate is that gets pinched in here isn't getting heated up to full exhaust temperature. There's a nice little air gap to keep it cooler. They're all the same, but this one actually has the logo on it, and that makes it like $2 cheaper. I'm fine with the logo. It doesn't offend me at all. So let's get started on this install and quit lollygagging. Let's measure a piece of plywood to put in our window. Now, if you wanted to go through the wall, you'd have to install a thimble. You want to do that right. But we're just going to go straight out the window. I'm hoping by next year to have mini splits for heat on free solar. But right now, we don't have enough electricity to be running that. Okay, here we go. A lot of people think you need to buy left-handed notebooks, right? This is how you make a left-handed notebook. You flip it over and you go right here. Left-handed.
Start in the back.
Left-handed notebook. Wow, it's the front now. Front and back's a matter of perspective. I think 8 inches is probably where it's at. Then this will be about right there. And it seems like it's not going to get anything too hot. These don't come with any instructions, so it's choose your own adventures. 1 5/8. So put 4 inches in the middle, right? Go 4 inches from the bottom too, I think. Our window doesn't usually open like that. I didn't have it latched, so don't get any ideas. 28 inches. So we're looking for something about 28 inches high. Okay. We got all our notes here. So this stand has been here since I bought the place. Oh, it's 28 on the nose. Kind of wish it was a little bit better than 28 inches, but because otherwise our exhaust will have a slight upslope and you want a downslope for condensation. So maybe this with a couple of cinder blocks on top of it would look real good in the house.
Perfect. This is getting better and better.
The wife has to yell because I dropped the other microphone in water. So we got other ones charging, but for now, she's gonna yell like her normal self. So, like what she does when she's not on camera. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, you guys, I need to get a saw, a piece of wood, and a few other accessories, maybe some pavers. But one of the problems here is that, well, here's the wife and kids. How you guys doing?
We're not one of the problems.
You're not the problem. He's a teddy bear, not a problem. But one of the problems here is everything's so far away. I've got some of my tools and supplies out in the white hangers over there. Okay. And then I've got some of my supplies are out past those silver engine cowlings for a jet. And everything's spread out so far around here. I've got a solution to close all this distance, but I've got to go get it out of the shed and we got to put it together. So let's just take our bike over there and go pick it up. Okay. Okay guys, in this box, I've got the HovCart. So let's put this together so that we can go get our tools from around the property. This is gonna save a lot of time and I think you get a little exercise too. So let's go put this together. It's light.
A lightweight bike.
Yeah, it's all aluminum. This is gonna make this project go a lot faster. This heater project. Here it is. And we can put our key in here. And we can pull out our battery. We could charge our battery right here. So I can drag this into the house. I don't have to leave. I don't have to like bring a cord out. I can just bring this into the house and charge it. So let's plug this in and see if that works. We got a green light on the charger. And I got a red light. Okay, so it does charge. What's cooking? Good looking?
Beef.
She said beef because she doesn't have a microphone because she dropped hers in water.
No, we didn't. That was you.
Now, when you go to install your seat, this line right here is what's known as the minimum insertion depth. Okay, I've got to bring. I have a similar. If you don't put it in at least as far as the minimum insertion depth, it can break off. Tried to convince the wife of something similar. I have the seat too high. So I'm 6'3" and you can have the seat too high. It can fit tall riders. Now I never had to use any tools other than what the kit came with. But you can make your life easier with a drill. One of the common things of this bike is if you need a piece of hardware, they'll put it in the hole where it goes. So you don't have to keep thinking constantly. And if there's one thing I hate, it's thinking. So if you order the bike by itself, this is what you get. You get everything here. You get a battery and a charger. And you get this seat and these running boards. Another thing it comes with is this rack here. And it puts padded bars so that if you have a kid or two in here, they're kind of, you know, strapped in as it were. My kid's only 3 months old, so he's not gonna be riding back there right now. This tilt of this seat here is a little bit more stimulation than I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen that up. Just like any other bicycle, you can slide this back, give ourselves a little bit more room and a little less pleasure. So let's power it up. Just hold that down. Okay, this is increase our pedal assist, the plus does. Let's just go all the way. Now, you can download an app for your phone where you can increase the top speed, but it goes like 18 or 19 miles an hour out of the box, and that's enough for me. Turn on our headlight or lights. Our lights have come on here. We have a headlight, a tail light. That's on. Oh, my gorgeous wife out here. And our little baby together. It's getting pretty serious between the wife and I. There you go. Or see if it has a brake light. Ready? Oh, so it's got brake lights. Oh, and here's our throttle.
Wow.
When I was a kid, my moped had a kickstand just like this. And all you do is you roll it forward to disengage it, and to bring it down, you just pull the bike backwards. It's pretty easy. Let's go, whoa. Just because I pedaled it.
Oh.
And I have it on pedal assist 5. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah, you can ride this around the ranch easy.
Do a burnout.
Yeah.
Go as fast as you can.
That's ridiculous. If you guys are starting out with this bike, start out with one of the lower pedal assists because it is goosey. Like 27 miles an hour or something. If you turn it all the way up to 5 and you just want a casual stroll, you're riding through sand uphill in a casual way. It's unbelievable. Yes, I turned it down to pedal assist 3 and it's still plenty. I'm going uphill in sand, like at a leisurely pace, going 15 miles an hour or something.
But can anyone do it?
Anyone could do it. You want to try it?
Okay.
I see what's happening here. You don't have to use the throttle at all. Just pedal
Should
it.
I put my boots on all the way?
Yes. Zip your boots up, or you're going to fly right out of them. Lowered the seat for the wife. Get on there. I don't think so. Go ahead and start pedaling. Oh, I have it in the highest gear. There you go. There she goes. She stole my bike and left me with this kid that's upset. You're okay. You're okay. Hi. You doing okay? You'll be able to ride the bike soon. You're a little too small. No, it did not look like a cape.
Don't do anything bad.
What would I do?
Okay, don't go so fast.
I had the seat low from you. So this says minimum insertion.
Okay.
Yeah, the big tires are good for the sand, and the suspension really softens out the washboarding and stuff on the dirt roads. Plus, it comes with this padded seat here and these running boards so you can haul your wife around. And this is optional. I put this basket on, so I can put some tools up there.
It's a wife basket.
So you can't put your wife in that basket, but you can put her back here, unless you've got 2 wives. What do you think?
No.
No? Okay. Well, anyways, I tried, guys. I've got the optional luggage basket that HovCart sent me. So let's throw that on. Let's go get our tools and finish this diesel heater. Okay, the display looks crazy, but it doesn't look crazy in real life. I've got it on pedal assist 3, which I like. It's not you know, send you flying across the ranch, but it allows me to get a little exercise in. But let's go get our stuff from the white hanger. This is nice. I get some exercise, and I'm going 9 miles per hour instead of like 2 walking. And we can easily bump this up, like I said. So, and then you can also just hit the throttle, and then you don't have to do anything. So it's very nice. It's like It's like a two-wheel golf cart for me. And I like that it's got the mid-fat tires. It floats across the sand and stuff. Okay, what's nice about that kickstand is it's pretty stable, so we can actually load up the bike. Fits my tool bag pretty good. And up here we threw a saw in the front basket. So let's take that back and finish this heater install. Yeah, this is cool. I like that. And it'll make going to the well super easy. The front basket's attached to the frame, not the steering wheel, so it doesn't cause heavy steering. Okay, we got our stuff. Let's go finish the heater.
Oh my God. What a hunk.
HovCart. You can haul all your stuff and go real fast. And the ladies love it.
So my gloves.
Not your gloves.
They say my name on them.
I know this, so everybody knows I'm married. I don't know how to open these.
Oh.
Freaking handle broke. Just got these.
Why are they covered in spider webs if you just got them?
I don't know.
I hope they don't spring out.
Let me go get a pair of sunglasses.
Why is it always those? Every time you need eye
Because
protection.
they're by the front door and your stuff is organized and mine is lost.
He can never find his stuff. Soon he'll be wearing my pants and
Well, I'm
my
already wearing
shirt.
your
Even the truck's laughing at you.
Gonna get it and nobody out here can hear you scream. Mean that in a good way.
Oh my God.
Let's put this away. As much as I like my truck, I don't.
You stop that.
Fits. You always want to do work on the biggest piece you can before you cut it out, or the thing goes flopping around on you. See how I made 3 smaller holes around the big hole?
Yeah.
That's my move. Don't anybody steal that. All right, so that's our cut. Let's cut this.
Let's cut that out.
Okay, there's our piece. It goes in the window. Let's get rid of all the sawdust. That's highly flammable. Sawdust suspended in the air is explosive, actually.
Whoa.
Now we can, that blow your mind?
Yeah. Well, now you can come closer. Yeah.
Hi. It's my sunglasses. I don't like them. Watch out, Mom. Dad's about to join Grinder. Everybody calm down. Not doing that. Don't have time. Okay. Put this away because, look, one day I didn't put the 5/16 away. Now I just don't have no holes or 5/16 now. So let's open up our little bag. Now remember, this pass-through, there's a link in the description. You should grab it. The screws are specially designed where they won't roll away with you. Other kits, if you buy them from any other link, it'll be way worse. And a gasket.
Is this the side that's going inside?
Yes.
Did you pick the prettiest side for the inside?
No. Pick the pretty side for the outside, so when people walk up to the house.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of fun.
There's our deal. Look at that.
Wow.
That knife. Okay. Being a parent is wanting better for your kids than you had for yourself. I have Ryobi. I want him to have DeWalt or Milwaukee. But here you go. What do you think? What do you think of that? Wow! There's a drill. You like that? What do you think of that?
Wow.
Oh, that's intense. He would have liked it better if it would have been a DeWalt, I think. If you guys do order one of these, something that's common that's happened is the end ends up being not quite round or not big enough. Take something like this that's wedge shaped and just gently roll the edges. Gently. Don't go tearing this stuff. That's the wrong clamp. Here's the right one. Let's straighten this out.
Now you're just playing with it.
I'm not playing with it. Can we not slip an exhaust over that air intake? I would like to move the air intake outside, if I can. Slowly make it round. If we slime this, we can just expand the end of this pipe. Show you. And you just gyrate it. See, we've gotten to here now?
Oh, wow.
See, we're actually taking this pipe to the next size. Can you catch that on camera or not?
Yeah.
That bulge. Catch my bulge on camera? Okay.
Stop it.
I'm gonna tighten this up.
Wow.
Make sure our screen's all the way pushed in. I've got my clamp tightened as much as I can. Put it in here. I've got the end facing over here so I can get in here with a ratchet. Okay, that's installed. Okay, there's one weird thing going on here. This right here. Okay, it's got a filter, fuel filter. This right here was meant to go around the edge of this metal to protect this bottle, not just sit on top.
Oh, okay.
Let's take out all these screws.
Oh my gosh. Why is it like this?
This is how my life is. The box is well put together. 8 million screws. Then we get to see what's in here.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a large fuel tank. And here's that separate heater box thing. If you guys want to mount this outside, you can have the hot air go in. And then you can take another 3-inch hose off the back here. Clamp it here. See this? And have an intake air go to the top of your window and have the hot air come in through the bottom of your window. Then your diesel, everything's outside, right? The only issue with that is your temperature sensor is built into this display unit. For this, you can buy an extension cable for these. It's a 3-wire cable. You can pop this out and move this inside the house.
Oh,
see that?
Okay.
And then you just run your cable out through this hole that's here.
Yeah.
And then you can make this unit outside. Then your diesel's outside, your stink is outside, all that kind of stuff. So this is a grommet. This is a grommet and a drain that's meant to keep the fuel out of the box inside. So we'll just spread its little lips here and stick it on here. You know what I'm talking about, babe?
Why'd you have to say that?
So here we go. We'll put this on here. Now our water bottle neck is protected by this little grommet. I mean, not our water bottle, our fuel bottle. And they had our cable kind of stuffed down in this corner here. Now we'll just put our 800 screws back. Cut. Then we can just shut this against it. Just like that. Doesn't that look real nice? Okay, so that's looking pretty good, just like that. That way the cats don't move it. But what I've noticed is the feet on this can straddle this bar pretty nice so that it's really stable. It's like locked on. Easier for me to come up from underneath.
I've heard that before.
I make the jokes around here.
Well, you missed one.
All right, let's put on our accoutrements here. Here, hang on to this. Oh, you just failed the loyalty test.
Oh my god. Why is this so long? What's the deal with that?
Because the last time I was getting caught up on stuff, so I brought an extension so it wouldn't happen again.
I've heard that before.
Stop it. You stop it. I'm getting tired of your dirty mouth. Haven't heard that before. Did you see that?
Yeah, well, it's doing the exact opposite of what you wanted to do.
It popped out while I tightened it. Yeah.
Hold on.
Hang on. It's not tightening at all. All right, let's go tighter than that. The hose needs to be stretched out a little bit or it's too strong.
Stop it.
All right, it's longer now. Okay, let's stick this in here. You have to kind of crush these ribs on this thing. It's ribbed. Do you like that?
Mm. Mm. I said no.
Oh, they said mm.
I'm glad this is in my living room.
Might have to shrink it again, actually, because it's pretty vulgar right next to the Christmas tree. We should probably just take the vent out of the end of it so that it doesn't have this weight. It doesn't have this mushroom tip on the end of it.
Is this supposed to go straight up, or what? What is the ideal?
Point it to wherever you want. Okay. But the problem is that it's too heavy.
Can you just tuck it?
You can. You can, but people usually figure that out. But it's fine. Let's just. And then we have an adjustable vent here. It's tempting to use one of these. Okay. And plug it into the wall. Now the only issue is that our power is shaky. And if your power is shaky, you need some kind of backup, because if this shuts down without running its fan to cool down, it can melt its plastic, maybe even the tank next to it. But it can get very, very hot and ruin the unit. So there's two ways to do it. You can either skip this, because these run on 12 volts, or 24, I believe. Yep, so that runs on 12 or 24. You can skip that, put these on, run these down to a battery, a 12 volt battery, and then put a trickle charger on the battery and plug that into the wall, so that if your power goes out, your unit can have time to shut it down off its battery. Or you can plug it into a power supply like this. So I'm just gonna literally plug this into its AC port and then plug that into the wall. Okay, so that's one of our methods. Those are the two things you can do to stop your unit from melting down. These are just thumb screws, black on black, white, red on red. Now the only thing I don't like about this is if we have a diesel leak. Let me move this out from underneath here. It's one of those things where you think it's a cute idea until you get done, and then you go, the next step is to add diesel, and then you go, let me add a bunch of diesel right on top of this high capacity battery. Although I suppose that would make even more heat. Okay, so we moved our unit out here. We zip tied our box to the legs here, power adapter. And if diesel drips, it won't drip directly onto our power bank. Oh man, I hate these. This isn't the heater's fault. These are our beautiful safety cans that we've got these days, thanks to our politicians, who thinks it's better to get the stuff all over you than just pour it in the damn thing you're trying to fill up. Wow, how wonderful. Good thing it's not venting, sucking in air. It sounds like it's sucking in air anyways. Oh, I feel so safe right now. There's no science behind this ventless thing. Oh my gosh. Now diesel has gone. It's not full, but diesel now has gone in between my lip here. Well, I know some diesel's gone in there. And now the house will smell like diesel. Oh, good. Thank you. Who wants to smell this friggin' diesel? I'm so irritated. Wife says she smells it, so that's good. That means she dealt it. Diesel doesn't evaporate right away like gasoline either. It hangs around. So we'll activate our output here. Okay. This must be the output. Put it on 5. Okay, I know nothing how to use this. I'll be back. Okay, this whole pipe is giving off smoke because it's getting hot. Sounds like a turbine or something, but it's putting out extremely hot air. So these things put out plenty of heat. A lot of air coming out of that hole. probably 200-degree air by the time it gets warmed up. Okay, guys, I wanted to go over this menu with you. So I'm going to wake it up. And the unit is off right now. If you want to turn it on, you just hit this once. To turn it off, you long press this. To change your power levels, you got 1 through 10. You're going to hit up and down, and that's just going to put out more or less heat and speed up or slow down your fuel pump. We can get into, if you hold down your wrench here, we can get into your clock, and we can set that by going okay. It's a 24-hour clock, and we can use our up and down arrows. So if I wanted to change this to 10 a.m., I would just hit up or down, go back down to 9, and go on and set your clock. So if it's 1 p.m., your first 2 digits are going to be 13. Okay, so that's that. Now these are your timers. This first timer is going to be when the heater comes on. So if you want it to come on an hour from now, we can hit 0, 1, 0, 0, and it'll come on an hour from now. Our second timer, which is now flashing, that's going to be our off, right? Our flashing timers are off. So we can hit 2 hours from now, and now the heater will turn off 2 hours from now. Okay, now this right here is where you get into the secret menu. So what we do here is we got to enter a password, and it's 1234. Okay, and it's going to get you here. So the first one, P, we can change that to a T, and that's going to change you from manual to thermostat mode, right? And there's another way to do that. I'll show you in a second. Now this one here, you got 1 and 2. And A is automatic, but 1 means 12 volts, 2 means 24 volts, A means, I think it detects it. Okay. And then over here you have H and low and U. So H is, I believe it's 8 kilowatt heater. Low is going to be a 5 or, so anyways, this is the kind of heater you've got. I'm going to leave mine on H. So I'm not positive. I know that on some of them it's 5 kilowatts or 2 kilowatts, but we have a third option on this one. These are settings you don't really need to get into. And then 128 on this last digit is a 16, 22, or 28 milliliter. Mine was set on 22, so I'm just going to leave that there. This one has automatic altitude compensation, so we don't have to set that manually. So to get out of any menu, you can just hit the power button once. If you hit it again, it will come on, so don't do that. Now, if we want to switch, right now we're in power modes, and you can set the power modes with the unit off so that whatever power mode you set it for, when your timer goes off, there you go. So to switch this to thermostatic mode, we're just going to hit the up and down arrows and hold them down. And now that's your thermostat setting. And we can change that to whatever we want. And this is not very useful as it's installed because the unit is, temperature pickup is in this screen and it picks up ambient temperature from this box. This box warms up. So that's not really useful as it's installed. If you mount this remotely, it becomes more useful. You put this in the house. This is what it thinks the ambient temperature is. This is what I have it set for. And that's the temperature of the exhaust right now. The exhaust being the heating portion, not the exhaust of the combustion. So it gives you 3 temperatures. The highest one is usually what it's outputting. The one that changes is the one that you set, and the other one is what it thinks the ambient temperature currently is. There's one more step here. If you hold down these 2 top buttons, you're going to get a flashing sign, and that's how you pair your remote. And you can pair 2 remotes to this. All we're going to do to pair is we're going to hit off on the remote, and now we're paired. So that's how you use that whole unit, guys. Okay. Sorry, anytime I see the sun, I have to sneeze. So we're going to call this installation method 1, where the unit is inside and we have an exhaust running out, okay, through a thimble. And this feels pretty safe. I didn't feel a lot of heat, but what I'm going to do is take this apart and see if there's char marks, because this is actually in contact with the wood. Next method you could do is you can add a step to method 1, where it's indoors, where you add another tube off of here. See that right there? That's the intake. You can actually take that filter off and put a line You can force the exhaust to fit, or you could buy a flexi, a small version of this, about 1 inch, and you can run it outside through another hole for combustion intake. The argument is this air comes out, the exhaust comes out, and causes negative pressure. On a vehicle, it would matter more, but on a house, it probably doesn't. Create a negative pressure and potentially suck some exhaust back in or some cold air. Now, it is gonna do that, but I don't feel a lot of air coming out. So I don't feel like we're losing that much. Or the next method we're gonna show is the outside installation. So I'm gonna go set that up, and then I'm gonna show you guys how that looks. One of the negative drawbacks of having it inside is the smell of diesel. When you fuel this thing, it stinks. Your house smells like a gas station. And like I said, in its current form, the thermostat function doesn't work anyways, and I'll be able to turn the unit on and off from outside. See this? There, it's on. Now it's off. So I can just do that from outside, from inside the house. These butterflies are tiny, like the size of a dime. Okay guys, let's pull out our thimble here, or bulkhead pass through or whatever. I see 0 signs of heat damage, which is actually pretty interesting. So this thing works really well. There's a link in the description should you choose to use, put the heater inside and pass out the exhaust outside. I was gonna use this collar. There was a few bucks at Home Depot. That's 4 inches. That's 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 and 4. There's 3, 3 5/8. 3 1/2 is as close as I got. If you ever already have a hole you need to, I want to make this hole bigger. But this pilot's obviously not going to work. And if you use one of these without a pilot, it's going to be a problem. If you don't use the washer back here, you could thread the smaller one on the inside. And then that'll guide you like that. Then up here, we decided 4 inches would be dandy. That looks like 4. I have another way to measure this, but it's not good for YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to blow these holes out, install everything, and then I'll be back with you. Ooh, I made a mistake. I should have drilled the bottom hole to be the same size as this, because I just noticed it has mounting holes. So you could actually make this like a nice little, I could have screwed that in. These little clips, you just pull these back and it comes apart. I could have screwed that on there and then snapped this on. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't do that. I'm probably going to cut a new board for you guys. All right, let's see how quickly we can fix all our problems. Well, like not all our problems, but like these problems. Let's not do air propagation. Let's start with our measurements. When you trace something, you just keep propagating small errors over and over again. Just make sure we're not over the thing, and we are. So that would have been bad news. We would have hit the sawhorse. Okay, to stop us from getting a blowout, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it over and cut that side too. So we're gonna cut both sides of the veneer so we don't end up with blowouts like this, see that? So we'll stick this in our pilot hole. Then we don't end up with blowouts, see that? We got a clean hole. You always wanna have a clean hole, the women like that. All right, so we can screw this in here now with our little screw holes, okay? Now we're getting to the point where it's probably gonna grab pretty soon, so I don't wanna have these veins or anything near that, so we're gonna have to get stretchy here. And I'm gonna put my leg right here, so if it catches, it does that instead of twisting my wrist. So you wanna put your foot up here, reach under here, the reach around here, have the drill in your hand up against your leg, and you want to be like this. And if you can, make sure your wife comes out as you're doing it, because this is very sensual. On this side, we're going to mount our little ring. We want to suck out from this side, so we want it this way. So our airflow is going to go like that. It's going to make that noise. It's terrible, really, but. And the screws we're going to be using is whatever one I could find first. And if you really want to confuse somebody, go tell them to get the flathead Phillips screws. They're going to love that. I've used a thin enough board and I've cut it long enough that I have to flex it to get it in there. but it doesn't fall out that way. Okay, let's see if our plate will pop on here. Yeah, that works. And we got heat going into the house. Now let's get heat coming back, or air coming back from the house. Let's see if this fits on the back here. So this is gonna have to be crushed down quite a bit. Ooh, probably should have got 4-inch stuff. I'm sorry, 3-inch stuff. Yeah, I should have grabbed a size smaller and maybe not even semi-rigid, maybe flexible, insulated ducting. The good news is at least it looks good. Our 12-volt kit here that also came with the heater, we're just gonna stuff these in here. Okay, and these are already connected to the back of the heater, see here? And I've just got them running over here, out of the way, so they don't get messed up. So here's our wires coming inside. And all we're gonna do is cut these ring terminals off, strip those wires, and Wago them. These Wagos, one of our viewers sent us. Okay, so here's our wires Wagoed in. So our unit's all working and everything, and what's good is that now I can fill it up with diesel without the house smelling like a gas station. I'm gonna get the extension and move that inside so I can use the temperature, the thermostat function. Just wanted to show you guys. So I went to fill this up, and this miserable EPA mandated crap, garbage. I'm gonna order stuff that does not conform. It's not the company that makes the jug, by the way, it's the regulations. Anyways, there was a slug of fuel because there's no vent. I can't pour it nice and slow. It goes, anyways, a slug of fuel. It went just too full by about the amount that's in that stem. It overflowed, it went on the ground. It smells like a gas station out here, real bad. I'm super happy I moved the unit outside. Okay, you guys, it's been a couple weeks. I wanted to give you a quick update. So I did change the configuration. This is my hot air, and this is my intake down here. It's currently running. It's been working great. It runs 24 hours a day. It keeps the house nice and cozy. It burns about 1.5 gallons of diesel a day, I'd say, maybe 2 on real cold stretches. And at night I turn it down to power level 4 just to keep the house from getting cold. And during the day I crank it up to power level 8 for a while until the house warms up, and then I usually just turn it off for several hours. Here's the, it's plugged into our uninterruptible power supply. And we've got a carbon monoxide detector there, just in case the combustion chamber were to crack or something unlikely, and allow exhaust gases into our hot air stream. Down here, I have ordered the extension cable so I can move my display in the house so that I can use the thermostat function. I'll do that in a future video. But let's go outside and see our setup. Okay, here's our current setup right now. Let's see what we're at. Power level 5. Honestly, the house is warm. I'm just gonna shut her down. So she's shutting down now. But yeah, this is our new setup. It's a lot better. Here's our exhaust coming down. I put a drip pan because I inevitably spill a little bit when I go to fill her up. So I'm super glad I moved her outside. But yeah, it's been a great unit, guys. This is my preferred installation, is to have a return air. In the future, I might swap this out for an insulated piece of 3-inch. Might have fit better than that. But yeah, great setup. So there's a link in the description for this if you want to grab it. And I've got some various parts linked in there too. Anything you buy helps the channel. This diesel heater makes it so that you can ride in the winter time without being cold. Look at that. Do I look warm? This is a great setup, guys. Stay warm in the winter. And if anybody accuses you of, you know, being too green because you have an electric bike, you can tell them it burns diesel. How cool is that? All right, you guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, you guys, I've been riding this bike. It's been flawless. There's a link in the description, $100 off. Go check it out. The HovCart. It'll help the channel a bunch too. Thanks a lot.
Well, why don't you ride off into the sunset?